I'm going to do my nails using everything that's included in the essential kit. That is the nail color of your choice, flake off to use to help get the gel nail polish off, the LED mini lamp to help cure the gel, a nail file buffer, the cuticle pusher, and some cleansing pads. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the nail file and I'm just going to buff over my old gel polish here. All I want to do is get the shine off of it. You see how that's all I did? I just got the shine off of it. This is going to help the flake off work a little easier. Now I'm going to apply a thick layer of flake off over my buffed gel polish, avoiding my skin. Can you see it working? Now I'm going to take the flat end of my cuticle pusher, or I should say the square end of my cuticle pusher, and I'm just going to start gently pushing the nail polish off. I got a paper towel to help cut down on my mess. So here we go. I had on 2 coats of Gelmoments, but if you had on a thicker application of the gel polish, you might require a little more flake off. Or if you have any stubborn areas that you're having trouble getting it off with the cuticle pusher, you might have to go back and just apply a little bit more flake off to those areas. All the polish is off, and I am going to take a nail cleanser pad and I'm just going to go over the nail with the cleansing pad. It's just to assure like all the debris, all the dust, any debris from that nail or the flake off, just to assure it's all off. Now you could do any filing or shaping of your nails going in the same direction to avoid any splitting. I applied my UV protection gloves and I have rolled my gel polish. They recommend rolling the polish versus shaking it, because shaking it could allow air bubbles to form, and we don't want that. So then I'm going to, remember, less is sometimes more. So you want to put on thin layers and build. So I'm going to put a thin layer. I'll put it right there. And I'm staying away from touching the cuticle. I'm leaving a little room between my cuticle and the polish. You want to try to avoid getting the gel polish on your cuticle because you can't clean it up with polish remover. And also, if you have like it pulled from your cuticle to the nail, if you go to try to work it off, you could peel your fresh polish off of your nail. So you want to go real slow and steady, keeping it only on the nail. So now I have 2 of my nails done, and I'm going to stick it in my mini lamp and press the button. Depending on your lamp, this one is a mini, so it'll take 60 seconds to cure. But if you were to get one of the bigger lamps from Gelmoment, it can cure in as quickly as 45 seconds. I don't know if you noticed when I was polishing my nails, I worked from my pinky to the thumb. That is to avoid my hand accidentally hitting some of my freshly polished nails and messing up that polish before I had an opportunity to cure it. I have always put just 2 coats of the polish on my nails, and I have been very successful, but I have watched a few videos where they were putting 3 coats. So that will be totally up to you whether or not you want 2 or 3. But remember, thin layers so it can be buildable, and so it dries in the amount of time that it says. Because think about it, if you were to put a really thick coat on, it's not going to cure as quickly. So it's better to build your applicator. So now I'm working on my second layer, and I did not mention this before, so I'm going to tell you now. You want to have each layer dry before you move forward with the next layer. So I wanted to make sure that that first layer was nice and cured before I came to put the second layer on. To tell you that these little lamps are programmed, and so they'll shut off at the end of the curing time. So this is a small one. It will take 60 seconds for each layer to cure. So when 60 seconds is up, it will automatically shut off. Like I said, the larger lamp will cure in 45 seconds. It's also called one layer, or one step, let me say that, because you don't have to put a base coat followed by a top coat. You know how some, I know I have used several Sally Hansen's where they had step 1, which was like a clear base coat. Then step 2 was the actual polish, the actual color. And then step 3, which was the base or the top or final coat, which just kind of protected. And let's be honest, even after all of that, I still couldn't get the polish to last literally more than a day. Sometimes I could polish my nails early in the day, and by, say, that night, I had already managed to chip a nail or 2. And that would be so frustrating. So I'm just going to chat with you while my last thumb is drying, just to tell you a few other little things. They also have remover pads. If you didn't want to purchase the flake off, you could purchase these pads, and it comes in a little envelope just like this that you tear open, and there's a pad inside, and you wrap the pad around your nail and you secure it with this sticky tape that is actually on the envelope, and you let it sit there for a few minutes, and it will start taking it off just like the flake off did, which is very neat. But I I wanted to use the flake off with you today because it was part, or it is part of the essential kit. There are 3 kits that you can choose from at Gelmoment. You can, of course, buy everything individually, but there is quite a savings when you buy one of the kits. It's like a bundle. So there's kind of different price points. Of course, this one just comes with 1 shade, but a little higher price point, you might be able to choose 3 shades of your choice. Wait for Christmas to get this kit for Hallie. It arrived today in Clinton at college for her because, like I told you, I think last week or the week before, that girl has polished her nails every week since she was in like the 6th grade. And of course, she was buying those gel polishes from Amazon in this huge kit, and it was not good stuff. I mean, the whole kit might have cost $25. So when we know better, we do better. All Gelmoment polishes are toxic free, which I think is great. I really do. So if you have any questions, please reach out. And thanks for sticking around with me as we did my do-it-yourself gel polish.